We should be taking every precaution. What the president, his denial at the beginning was deadly. But as the president fiddles, people are dying, and we just have to take every precaution.
She has been talking to people along the way, a lot of business owners, a lot of community leaders here in Chinatown who have been concerned about the optics of the coronavirus. She has been going around to show that it is perfectly safe to be here. She says that this is a very special place to her heart because she started a lot of her early campaigning when she started her political career, some of it right here in Chinatown.
We do want to say to people, come to Chinatown. Here we are. Come join us.
The U.S. government is calling the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency. On Friday, a seventh case of the virus was confirmed in the United States. At least 191 other people are being monitored for the disease. In order to limit the spread, anyone traveling to the U.S. from China's Hubei province, where the disease originated, will face a mandatory 14-day quarantine starting Sunday. That's tomorrow. Nearly 200 U.S. citizens evacuated from China are being held at a military base in Southern California.
The only way you get it is with substantial contact with someone who already has it. You don't get it from a surface. You don't get it from glancing or very temporary contact.
The risk to New Yorkers for coronavirus is low, and that our preparedness as a city is very high. There is no reason not to take the subway, not to take the bus, not to go out to your favorite restaurant, and certainly not to miss the parade next Sunday. I'm going to be there.
The important thing for New Yorkers to know is that in the city currently, their risk is low and our city preparedness is high. And so we know that this virus can be transmitted from one individual to another, but that it's typically people who live together, that there's no risk at this point in time, we're always learning more, about having it be transmitted in casual contact, right? So we're telling New Yorkers, go about your lives, take the subway, go out, enjoy life. We also know that if it were likely to be transmitted casually, we would be seeing a lot more cases.
Right, because this is New York and you're in elevators and trains with everybody.
Neither are the thousands of spectators who came out for the joyous festival as city leaders remind the public there are no confirmed cases of coronavirus in NYC and there's nothing to be afraid of.
This is a vibrant community. It brings so much to the city. We should all be coming out to celebrate Happy Lunar New Year, but we should be coming out in general. This is great food, great culture.
Applauding New York's vibrant community of people from across the world.
All across America, we love immigrants from China and all around the globe. Do we love immigrants in New York?
Amid the coronavirus concerns, Mayor de Blasio met with business owners in Flushing, Queens today. He says many businesses and restaurants there and also in Chinatown and Sunset Park are suffering because some customers are afraid of the virus. There are no confirmed cases in New York City. The mayor is reminding everybody the risk of infection to New Yorkers is low.
The Trump administration to date has done exactly everything wrong, well before we even had heard of this particular strain of coronavirus.
I guarantee you, if the stock market doesn't come back up, if it continues to go down or stays down, we're going to hear that corona is the fault.
If I am told these are the travel restrictions, I don't know that I would trust them. You know, what's the point of wearing a mask if your kids aren't washing their hands?
He has basically banned not only a travel ban on people coming from China to the United States, but he's conflated our immigration policy with a travel issue so that if you're a Chinese citizen now, you can't come to the United States. Most Americans don't realize they've essentially used this epidemic to stop all travel. All over the United States, we're seeing cases of individuals that have been in China, and many of them are ethnic Chinese, so you may feed a kind of racial response, a kind of xenophobia.
Or fall back on xenophobia, labeling COVID-19 a foreign virus does not displace accountability for the misjudgments that have been taken thus far by the Trump administration. Banning all travel from Europe or any other part of the world will not stop it.
Just moments ago, the White House announcing that it has created a coronavirus task force, sir. Its aim, we are told, is to monitor, to contain and to mitigate the spread of the virus in the United States.
The president can extort an ally by withholding military aid, can withhold meetings, can ask them to do sham investigations.
I don't believe the facts in this situation merit the level of anxiety that we're seeing. This virus is not as dangerous as many of the viruses we've seen before.
For the vast majority of New Yorkers, life is going on pretty normally right now, and we want to encourage that. There's very little threat here. This disease, even if you were to get it, basically acts like a common cold or flu. And transmission is not that easy.
I don't want a situation where folks feel they can't go out and do anything. That is not a winning equation.
If you were going to die, you were going to die. And Corona is just like making that happen.
We should be taking every precaution. What the president, his denial at the beginning was deadly. But as the president fiddles, people are dying, and we just have to take every precaution.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.